in a particular organization, whether he is ready to work for organization or not. Then in the second test, like psychomotor ability test, wherein normally the physical fitness get measure of an applicant, whether the applicant is physically fit for doing a particular job or not, and based on that ability the employee get tested. Then the second and most important test is personality test, wherein it is measure tendency to act, or we can say traits, which highlight whether the employee, or you can say applicant, having the tendency to do the job for the organization or not. So through personality test, it is identify that whether the applicant is having that kind of traits or tendency to act or not, where various tactics are used, like self-report inventory, wherein a list of number of statements are given to the applicant to respond, and based on all those responses the applicant get measure whether the applicant is genuinely interested to join the particular job in an organization or not. The second tactic is projective technique, wherein a particular picture or image shown to the applicant and asked about what he or she see, or what he or she understand from that particular picture or image, and based on the judgment or decision of an applicant, the expert team get an exact idea whether the applicant understood the particular picture or image or not. Now we further see few more tests like integrity test. The purpose of judging the integrity test is to assess an applicant's moral character and honesty, wherein it is judged whether the applicant is ready to work together with the other colleagues in the organization, with the senior officers, with the junior officers, in the junior staff, senior staff or not. So by carrying out the integrity test, by locating the applicant or placing the applicant among the colleagues, the experts get an exact idea what kind of character the applicant possesses and what kind of level of honesty the applicant is having. Then other such tests like work simulation, wherein the applicant is asked to perform various tasks or job related with different activities that simulate or represent the actual work for which the person is being considered and for what he or she is ready to perform or not. So in work simulation, an environment is created wherein the applicant is placed for a fixed tenure, wherein he or she has to perform his or her job, and by measuring the his or her job or actual job, the organization get an exact idea about whether the potential applicant is fit for a particular kind of job or not. Then another exercise is carried out through which the employee, or we can say applicant, get measure, like in basket exercise, wherein a type of work simulation for prospective managers consists of collection of hypothetical things like memos, letters, knocks that require responses, through which the prospective managers' attitude, aptitude, and level of intelligence get measured. So in basket exercise, with the help of memos, letters, knocks, responses are called from the prospective managers in a given environment for getting an exact idea about how the prospective managers write memos, how he responds to the memos, how he or she write the letters, what kind of letter he or she is writing, and what kind of response he or she is giving against the various kinds of letters. Then what kind of knocks he or she gives or put on the various assignments. So these are the various exercise tests which carried out by the organization for measuring the prospective employee whether he or she fit for the job or not, and based on that organization decide whether to offer the job to the potential applicant or not. Now we see the most important part after the employment test is personal interview as a part of selection process. Personal interview is very important. How you do give your personal interview in front of the interviewer. Normally it is defined as a selection technique that uses face-to-face conversation between the job applicant and a representative of the organization as a part of the selection process, wherein the job applicant appear in front of the expert interview panel, where the domain experts are there for what the particular job used to offer, wherein the job applicant, or we can say applicant, has to justify the issues or questions or queries generated by the interviewers. So personal interview is very important as far as the selection process is concerned, where the applicant has to justify himself face to face in front of the expert team, or we can say interview panel. Now we see what kind of interviews. Normally there are 4 types of interviews. First is structured interview. Second is semi-structured interview. Third one is unstructured interview. And the fourth one type is situational interview. So an employee should be ready for all 4 kinds of interview, whether it is a structured, semi-structured, unstructured or situational. Now we see each type of interview in detail. Structured interview, wherein a fixed format is there, where in advance organization used to inform to the applicant that what kind of questions they are going to ask, or from what kind of content, or on what kind of subject part, the organization is going to ask the question where the things are very in a structured form. Whereas in second type, that is semi-structured interview, half partial part of, or we can say half part of the interview, employment interview is of structured and the rest half is of unstructured, where the 50% or partial is of fixed, that from what content, from which subject area he or she is going to address the problem or issues. Whereas the second half of the semi-structured interview is of unstructured, where it is not fixed from which part of subject or content it is various questions may ask. Whereas in third type of interview, unstructured interview, where an applicant doesn't have an idea about what kind of questions he or she is going to face while appearing for the employment interview, wherein a totally unstructured interview gets set by the organization, where seeing the interest of applicant, seeing the subject domain of an applicant, the interview panel may ask the various kinds of questions. Then the fourth and most important type of interview is situational interview. It is up to the in what kind of situation the applicant is facing. So it is up to the interview panel or expert team to what kind of questions to ask to the applicant, whether it is based on general knowledge, whether it is based on subject knowledge, whether it is based on the aptitude and attitude of an applicant, that it is up to the interview panel or expert team, and which is very situational. So these are the four types of interviews which normally we find in the recruitment and selection process. Now we see how an organization gain the competitive advantage through selection process or through a right selection. Company gain the advantage in the market by selecting the right kind of people at the right time for carrying out the various organizational activities. Individuals' knowledge, skills and attitude contributes to a great extent in sustaining corporate culture and the competitiveness. So by choosing the right kind of human resource, organizations can ensure long-term sustainability of the organization. Research suggests good fit between strategic skills of executives and organizational strategies ensures high rate of returns. So for gaining the competitive advantage in the market by the organization has to do the selection of right HR, which we call as a right people at the right time if organization want to grow and expand. So it is very necessary for any organization for growing to do the right selection of the employee. Now we see the last step of the recruitment and selection process is orientation, or we used to use various synonym of orientation like induction, or we call as a placement. Orientation provides an overview to newly hired employees about organizational history, mission, rules, and procedures. But onboarding is about helping new employees develop the right attitude. So, this is the distinction in between the orientation, induction, and placement. Induction is all about training, may impart varying degree of knowledge ranging from generic material to very specific aspects of the job, whether it is the internal and external contact points, workplace policies, and procedures. Whereas placement involves actual posting of an employee to a particular job with a specific rank and responsibility. So these definitions clearly shows that what do you mean by the term orientation, what do you mean by the term induction, and what do you mean by the term placement, where in each concept the purpose was different. In orientation, the purpose is to make employee familiar about the history of the company, the mission, the vision, the rules and procedures company is following. Whereas in induction, it is more concerned about internal and external contact points, workplace policies and procedures. Whereas in placements, it's all about the actual posting, actual posting of an employee to a particular job with a specific rank and responsibility. So this is all about the recruitment and selection. In organization, it is very much necessary to have a very good recruitment and selection process for selecting the right kind of employee, selecting the right kind of people at the right time for the betterment of an organization. Thank you very much to everyone. Thank you.
Sandhan, All Gujarat Integrated Classroom.
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી